Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and since we've been working on the God decks since their release, I believe it was this last Wednesday, I'd like to change up the order. Now that I'm doing the unlimited builds where we're not just focused on what's in the structure deck, I'd like to go ahead and redo the decks one more time. And this time I'm going to actually start with Slifer. So, here we go. Let's get you guys a deck list. So the first thing I'm going to be running is going to be 3 copies of the Guardian Slime. Going to be doing more of a slime angle with this, and it's going to kind of borrow off the Winged Dragon of Ra, and the main purpose for that is engine work. We're also going to be using 3 copies of Ra's Disciple. And we're going to be using those 3 brand new foil copies of the Reactor Slimes. Again, since we've got the new spell card, we're going to maximize our God card at 3. Slifer kind of sneaking up to become the better of the 3 ancient Egyptian gods now. And we're going to use 3 copies, Tellus, the Little Angel. This is actually fantastic and works great in our strategy. And then again, we're going to be using a single copy of the Winged Dragon of Ra. And as you can already see the ancient chant in my left hand, I think you guys figured it out. So basically when we play this, we just need to have this as a target. Again, you don't have to play this. Like if you don't own the ancient chants, you guys could just run double summons, which is originally what I would have done. And then I remembered, Ancient Chant also lets me, possibly go for a different God card. Or if I've already got Slifer in my hand, just go ahead and do what I want to do. Get the extra tributes, and maintain card advantage in my hand. So this is like getting double summon that puts a card back in your hand. So again, we kind of retain Slifer's attack points. 2 Ancient Chants, again, you guys could sub those out. I'm running 3 card advances. If you guys watch the budget build, you guys know what's up. I do have a single double summon in here. Again, if you didn't have the money for the Ancient Chant, just bump it up to 3, my friends. Might as well use the Harpy's Feather Duster. They gave them away like crazy during this. Got to get that Monster Reborn. Had to upgrade from that common, though. I'm using 3 copies Pot of Duality. And again, since this deck is a little more fragile, and I didn't want to go too well, I did go expensive anyway, so I mean, whatever. But because of consistency issues, I wanted to make sure that you weren't just missing that one piece. So I feel like 3 pots of duality help you dig. Going along with that, and also killing the price values on us, I'm running my 2 copies of Pot of Prosperity. So the extra deck I'm going to show you guys today is actually really small because I only picked out the key cards I need. The rest is basically pot of fodder, but you need the prosperities as well. And the prosperities can interact with this duality here. This says you can only activate 1 of these per turn. You cannot draw cards by card effects the turn you activate this. This is an excavate and add to hand, so add to hand is different than a draw. Same thing with our ancient chants, so that all plays well. We're going to maximize the new Soul Crossing at 3 again. Great spell, good spell. I'm still using 3 copies of the True Name. Again, I went ahead and I just tossed out those commons, got those ultras back out of my box. Same strategy as the budget build. Still running the 3 Thunder Force attacks because it's kind of silly not to. And because I'm allowed to use the rest of my cards. I got my 2 Metal Reflect Slimes. We're going to be able to play from the deck or the discard pile with Reactor Slimes effect. But additionally, this gives us a secondary set of cards that'll allow us to play into our extra deck. Speaking of which, I'm only going to show you so many cards today. So based on the way that I play, I end up maximizing out my God Slimes. Again, there's not a correct number to play this, but I do have 5 targets in my deck between the 2 Metal Reflects and then, of course, the 3 Guardian Slimes. So again, still pretty cool. And again, this will act as 3 tributes for your God card, so... Again, if we could just generate just a single trap card, we could play the trap card into this card, and then again, that's a 1-card Slifer. It allows us to maintain our hand size, really hit him with a lot of power. Additionally, you can play him after the fact and kind of help out with blocking effects. One of my favorite things is to actually board Salamangrate Al Mirage. And I know it was a little late to the party when I started my channel to really do like a good build to show you guys the Sager Beast cards, but there was a brilliant strategy that actually inspired me from that. That allows you to essentially go into like 2 Sacred Beasts in a singular round. the key card to it was just owning a Salamangreat Mirage. And then once you do some crazy things. And for everybody who's not going to stick around after I'm done reading off the cards, I'll just give you this one. So the key card here is actually going to be Duelist. So this card reads, if this is sent from Monster Zone to Graveyard, and again, it doesn't say how, you can special summon a Duelist Wing token. So again, we can actually kick Duelist off by itself, as long as you have Duelist and a spell card, based on having a Salamangreat Mirage, because the stats line up. And it just lets you get Duelist right there on like first turn. Because again, the Mirage says it just needs to be normal summoned with a 1k or less attack. Duelist again should have been 500, is 500. So fantastic way to start that little bit of a combo. I also just run the IP Masquerade and the Unicorn. Again, this just lets me try to get Unicorn and resolve it off during my opponent's turn. Again, with Slifer, if we can like board Slifer before our opponent gets to like Dragon Link, there's so many cards that Slifer just deals with on summoning. A lot of their early links and summons just immediately get evaporated by it. Again, they have to, since links have to be played in attack position, Slifer's just going to chew through the ranks. Again, this is only really like, you can consider this to be like a 4-card extra deck. Again, I didn't want to go too crazy because again, I'm trying to resolve 2 Pots of Prosperity at most. Because again, that's all I own. But if you go for the Dig 6 twice, that's going to be 12 cards out of your extra deck, meaning you're only really going to have 3 left. So just build it to your flavor. But again, if you don't own the Pot of Prosperity, which is very likely, because it is still pretty hard to pull, just feel free to just generate an extra deck that you feel comfortable with. Maybe put in some Link Spiders to deal with the tokens. Or Land Frankus and stuff like that. Personally, I like the Link Spiders because again, if you guys were gonna drop in things and maybe play like a Layer of Darkness, again, I did that with the Structure, $30 Structure build. I didn't want to do it again, even though obviously I would have access to the rest of the Layer of Darkness stuff, but it is what it is. So, for everybody who came here just looking for a list, I really do. I want to thank you guys for stopping by today. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great day, and if you haven't already and this helped you, maybe consider subscribing and letting your friends know about the channel. Other than that, peace out. We'll see you guys next time. Everybody else, let's go over the effects and stuff like usual and see if we can't justify some of these a little bit better. So, Guardian Slime, 10 star, 0 star. This is exactly what you need in order to go into the Egyptian God Slime. If you take battle or effect damage, you get to special summon this from your hand. During damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, so that could be they attack it. Quick effect, you can make this gain defense equal to that monster's attack, making that a push. If this card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard. Hand or field, my friends. So again, we're going to play the Egyptian God Slime. Off of this, not only are we going to get the search here, but you also get the God Slime, and then you can honestly just go straight into Raw if you wanted to. Or again, if you had Slifer, it's a great way to manage the hand size to where you're not actually losing your hand size. But again, if this is sent to the graveyard during that instance, you can add a spell or trap from the deck that specifically lists the Winged Dragon of Ra in its text. You can only use each effect once per turn. Again, that's probably for the best. Because if we were just messing around with this, we'd be able to like drop 2 or 3 of them, and that'd just be too much advantage. Again, I maximized it at 3. I just wanted to see it a lot. We do have the Ra's Disciples. This is great if you draw into just a singular copy. When these are summoned, you can special summon up to 2 more from the hand and or deck. Cannot be tributed except for the tribute summon of and list the 3 ancient Egyptian god cards. Additionally, you can't special summon monsters except by the effect of the Ra's Disciples. So as long as any one of these remains on the board, we're not doing Duelist tokens. We're not being able to play their God Slime. We're not being able to go into any links or exes or anything else that you might be running. Ra's Disciple pretty much says it's just him. Go into your tribute now. So again, I always include him. It's always great to see just being able to generate that much. The Reactor Slime, another great starter. During the main phase, you can activate this effect, special summon 2 slime tokens. They're 500 AD. Also, you cannot normal summon or special summon for the remainder of the turn except for Divine Beast monsters. During the battle phase, as a quick effect, you can tribute this card, set one Metal Reflect Slime from the hand, deck, or graveyard. It can be activated this turn, and each effect is a hard once per turn. So, again, if we have the double summon, if we have the Ancient Chant, and we can go into our Winged Dragon of Ra to pull him, because we already have Slifer. What you're seeing is we're able to set up our 3 tributes right here just on a singular card, or we can even go ahead and recycle our trap, the Metal Reflect Slime. So, still really cool. And again, I just felt like Slimes and Slifer was, I don't know. It was meant to be. One more time for Slifer. Requires 3 tributes to normal summon, cannot be normal set. This normal summon cannot be negated. When normal summon, cards and effects cannot be activated. Once per turn during the end phase, if it was special summon, send it to the graveyard. Additionally, this card gains 1,000 attack and defense for every card in your hand. And if a monster or monsters is normal or special summoned to the opposing side of the field in attack position, again, this is why I mentioned the links earlier, those monsters will lose 2,000 attack, and then if their attack has been zeroed out, immediately destroyed. So again, this makes Slifer just able to just decimate decks like Link Dragon in all reality. And again, when we get to his Thunder Force attack, you guys will see, even if they're already set up, there is a chance he can actually just blow through them anyway. Tellus, let's go over this one more time. If this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard by Mirage, maybe, you can special summon 1 Tellus Wing token, 0 AD, so 1 star. While you control a Tellus Wing token, you can banish this card from the graveyard and a spell from your hand. And again, we're going to be playing multiple copies of Ancient Chant, multiple copies of Soul Crossing, multiple copies of Thunder Force Strike, possibly a dead copy of True Name, possibly a dead copy of Card Advance. Take advantage of the fact that we overburdened ourselves with this many copies of spells and really get into Tellus's effect with this. Banish those 2 cards, special summon another 2 Tellus Wing tokens, still 1 star 0/0s. You cannot special summon for the remainder of the turn except from your hand. So this is to kind of make it so it doesn't play for links and kind of to make it so it'll only be used for, in this instance, tributing. Basically God cards. But it doesn't say it. Each effect of this is a hard once per turn, so that's pretty cool. And then again, you got the Winged Dragon of Ra. Cannot be normal summoned. Cannot be special summoned. Wow. Requires 3 tributes to normal summon, cannot be set. Normal summon cannot be negated. When normal summoned, other cards and effects cannot be activated. When this is normal summoned, you can pay life points so that you only have 100 left. This card gains attack and defense equal to the life points paid. By paying 1,000 life points, you can then target a monster on the field and destroy it. So again, we can develop him with the Ancient Chant, which is fine. But again, he's really here so we could use the Ancient Chant to go ahead and keep our hand. Ancient Chant is a spell, normal spell. Add a Winged Dragon of Ra from the deck or the graveyard to your hand. If you do, you can tribute summon 1 monster during your main phase this turn, in addition to the normal summoner set that you already have. Again, that's the reason Winged Dragon's in here. We're not really trying to play it. Okay, so you can banish this card from your graveyard if you tribute summon the Winged Dragon of Ra this turn. Its original attack and defense become the combined original attack and defense of the monsters tributed for its summon. You can only activate 1 Ancient Chant per turn. And what's actually brilliant here is even with the new spell, and when I get around to it, because it's going to happen, I'm going to be building Winged Dragon of Ra 3rd. I will be using Ancient Chant and the Winged Dragon of Ra, and I will be using the new Soul Crossing for him as well. I do plan on doing all 3 decks. But this allows us to essentially have a double summon that is going to also replace the card in hand. Card Advance, look at the top 5 of your deck, place them back in any order you like. And again, you can tribute summon 1 monster in addition to your normal summoner set this turn. So again, it's all about getting that extension summon, single double summon. Again, you can conduct 2 normal summoner sets this turn. Duster, take out a back row. Monster Reborn, extend with a dead card. Pot of Duality, excavate the top 3 of your deck, add 1 to your hand, shuffle the rest back into your deck, only activating 1 copy of this per turn. You cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this. So this is really after you have something already set up and you're trying to find your options. We do have the double prosperity. Banish either 3 or 6 cards of your choice from the extra deck. And again, this is why we didn't need to run solid 3s of everything in our deck. Banish them face down. For the remainder of the turn after this card resolves, any damage the opponent takes is half. That's fine. Also excavate cards from the top of the deck equal to the number of cards that you banished. Add one of them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Only activating one of these per turn, and you cannot draw cards by card effects the turn you activate this card, which again is fine because when we're really going for the dig, we can also use Duality in the same turn because it's another excavate and add. We do have the Soul Crossing again. Soul Crossing during the main phase, immediately after this effect resolves, tribute summon a Divine Beast monster. When you do, you can tribute a monsters your opponent controls, even though you do not control them. But if you do, apply the following effect until the end of the next turn after this card resolves. You can only activate one card or effect per turn, not counting the effects of the Divine Beast monsters, which is amazing because that would suck if Slifer got limited. Again, this allows us to get another normal summon. We could dig in with Duality, grab this, go ahead, snack our opponent's board, place our big boy, and actually sit in a control form. So again, this makes things so much easier for all 3 of the ancient Egyptian gods. We are using the true name. Declare a card name, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it is the declared card, add it to your hand. Then you can add to your hand or special summon one divine monster from your deck. Otherwise, send it to the graveyard. You can only activate the true name once per turn. So again, this is cool because we are using the advanced draw, the card advance, and this is going to allow us to stack the deck in order to go ahead, pick up the top card and another card if we want. So it can really get us into finishing our strategy. And again, I just wanted to see my ultra rares today. Second to last card, we get the Thunder Force attack, and I'm so glad they made this a quick play. This card's activation and effect cannot be negated, so it's an honorary spell speed 4. If you control a monster whose original name is Slifer the Sky Dragon, and we should, destroy as many face-up monsters the opponent controls as possible. Then if we did this during our own main phase, we can apply the following effect. That is to draw cards equal to the number of monsters destroyed by this effect that were also sent to the opponent's graveyard. We can also only attack with one monster this turn. That is also fine. We just wiped out their whole board. Potentially, Slifer's drawing maybe a +6 here because of the extra zones. Which again would make him up to like, $6 grand just based off that, not counting whatever cards you already have in your hand. And just additionally, this isn't going to let you draw off tokens, so that kind of makes it fair. That's why they add the Sent to Grave portion. Last card, the Metal Reflect Slime. You activate this, special summon it in defense. It's always treated as an effect monster card. It's no longer treated as a... it is still treated as a trap. Can't attack. It's just 10 star, 0 attack, 3,000 defense. It's cool to have if you need to defend yourself. It's better to just go to our God Slime. Let's go to that extra deck real quick because I've been taking too much time. God Slime 10 star. We're not worried about its actual fusion thing. We're going with the or special summon from the extra deck by tributing a level 10 Aqua with 0 attack. We got, again, 5 copies. This card can be treated as 1 or 3 tributes for the tribute summon of a monster. And this is going to be pretty amazing. Because, again, on a single trap, we're going to be able to generate the trap, tribute the trap, go into this, and then use this to go into any god card. So, just fantastic. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Your opponent's monsters cannot target for attacks, and your opponent cannot target with card effects any monsters you control except God Slime. So again, he's also going to act as a big old meat shield. 3,000 by 3,000, nothing to snort at. He's pretty cool. Mirage, really here for Tellus. 1 normal summon monster with 1,000 or less. Additionally, we're going to be able to go ahead and block for ourselves. Quick effect. You can tribute this card, target a monster you control. This could not be Obelisk. It cannot be destroyed by opponent card effects this turn. When a normal summon monster you control is destroyed by battle, when this is in the graveyard, you can special summon this back. That's not going to happen terribly often. It might. But realistically, this is just to go ahead and help add another layer of protection for Slifer. And then again, IP Masquerade, you guys know what this does. Lets you play during your opponent's main phase, lets you link summon, and then a link monster that use this as material can't be destroyed by card effects. And the most useful one, since most of my extra deck would be pot of fodder, is going to be the unicorns. This way we could seal a card. So that was a little long-winded, a little longer than I'd hoped. But I do hope that this deck is helpful to you guys. A bit stronger, a bit more pricey than the $30 budget. But the cards are available rather common. Again, like the Raw's Disciples, those were originally commons. I just like my secret rares. Same thing with my Monster Reborn and everything. The true name, you don't have to worry about that. Ultra rare. They gave us a better version of Reactor Slime. Most of the value in my deck comes from the God Slimes, and I believe the Prosperities are the most expensive thing in my main deck. Yeah. So, I do hope that you guys enjoyed this. I should have Obelisk out for you guys tomorrow. So that should be Monday. I might take a break and do a speed duel deck on Tuesday. I do have something that's requested. If I don't do that, then it'll be Winged Dragon of Raw on Tuesday and Speed Duel on Wednesday, hopefully. So I'll see you guys on the next video. You guys all have a great day.